channel. It's your girl NiNi. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and also everyone hit that notification button so you can be alerted every time I post a new video. As you can see from the title, guys, I'm going to be talking about Netflix suggestions. So these are shows that I have watched myself. This is my own personal opinion. It shows that I watched with my husband, shows that we were absolutely hooked on, we binged watched, and you know, whatever. So yeah, anyways, let's get to it. First one, guys, is Black Mirror. Absolutely loved this show. Like, it just didn't get boring, you know. Every episode was different. It was interesting. It had so many twists to it. I felt like it really grasped the audience because you didn't know what was going on. You know what, this episode's boring, and you're waiting for the next one. You know how like some shows kind of drag and you're like, oh, this, you know what, this, I just can't wait for this episode to be over now. But with Black Mirror, you don't feel like that because every episode is different. You have that one story and then you move on to another story in the next show. So yeah, I would highly suggest watching Black Mirror. My husband and I was hooked. So that is my first suggestion, guys. I think it's an amazing show. So yeah, give that one a go. The next one, guys, is Abducted in Plain Sight. If you like documentaries, I love documentaries. I love crime documentaries, murder documentaries. Bit weird like that, but yeah, I love documentaries. So if you like documentaries, I would advise watching Abducted in Plain Sight. I had so many questions while watching this show, and it just got to a point where, like, as the show went on, it sort of like angered me even more, and I was just like, what shit is this? Like, what is going on? How are you letting this happen? Without, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I really don't want to say too much, but you have to watch this show because the amount of questions that I had, I was just like, there genuinely can't be people like this on Earth. Like, this genuinely can't have happened. You know, when you ask yourself so many questions like, are people really that stupid? Has something like this truly happened? You just ask yourself questions. That's how I felt like with this show, and still now when I think about this show, I think to myself, do you know what? How did you allow it to happen? But yeah, I advise you guys to watch that show, and please leave your comments in the comment section of what you thought about that show. The next one, guys, is Evil Genius. You have to watch the show. Absolutely brilliant. It's yet again another documentary. I watched it and I was just shocked that someone could do what they did to another human being. Yet again, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. You have to watch the show. I was hooked onto it. I asked myself so many questions. Like, there's really nasty people out there. Like, you guys need to watch it. I would definitely recommend watching Top Boy and Top Boy Summer House. Amazing shows. It had me hooked, had my husband hooked. We binge watched the show and it's just done so well. Being a London girl myself, like, there's so much in there that you can relate to, so much stuff that, you know, growing up I've witnessed myself or seen myself, and you just see all of it and you think, wow, like, the show has been done amazing, guys. Right, the next one, guys, is a show called Marianne. It's in French with English subtitles, but the show is absolutely amazing. It's twisted. There's so much you don't expect in the show, and you just, like, it has you hooked. Like, I was so hooked onto that show. The show is done brilliant. I would highly recommend that show. The next one, guys, is The Mind of Aaron Hernandez. Yet again another documentary. Quite sad by the end of the documentary. When you watch the whole thing, it is quite sad, and you kind of feel for the guy. And don't want to spoil it. Like I said, I don't really want to spoil any of these for you guys, but it's definitely worth a watch. I watched it and I thought, you know, is that what it's like for high school kids in America when, you know, they want to get scholarships, or when they, you know, whatever, want to have this sporty career? Is that what it's like for them? And it was quite depressing to watch, really, and to think that that's what someone went through. But yes, I would highly recommend watching The Mind of Aaron Hernandez.
I feel like I keep saying it's a brilliant show about all of them, but they genuinely are, so watch the shows, guys.
The next one, guys, is 7 Seconds. I've been asking my husband to watch the show with me for months. Like, I kept saying to him, you need to watch the show with me, you need to watch the show with me. Right, so my husband and I, we've got this thing where we watch everything together. We don't really watch things, like, unless I don't want to watch a show or he doesn't want to watch a show, then we'll watch it separately. But if it's something that we both want to watch, we it's kind of like a thing where we watch it together. But I was asking my husband for ages, like, please watch the show with me, and he just wasn't interested. But in the end, when we kind of had nothing left to watch, he was like, come on, let's just give it a go. And he was more hooked than I was on this show. It relates to life and things that we see, even though if you haven't experienced it yourself, and it just kind of shows you the harsh reality of life, really. The next show is The Umbrella Academy. Absolutely love this show, guys. Like, my husband and I binged watched this show, and to the point where sometimes if I'm just chilling and I'm just doing a little spring clean or whatever, I will put it on in the background and it's there and I'm watching it. Such a good story. I can't wait for the next one. But yeah, Umbrella Academy, definitely worth a watch, guys. The next one, guys, is another documentary. It's called Three Girls. It was based on a true story about a grooming gang. I can't remember where, but it was about a grooming gang that groomed, you know, young girls, teenage girls. Watching this show, guys, was quite shocking, you know, the way what these girls went through, the whole grooming gang, and to know that it's a true story is quite scary. Like, being a female myself, and you know, going out in this world, to know that there's people out there that will do stuff like that to girls, to young teenage girls, it's such a scary thought. But yeah, definitely give it a watch, because it's not something that's just made up. It is a real story. And last but not least, guys, The Trials of Gabrielle Fernandez. It's yet again another documentary, a very sad documentary. I really don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's about a little boy, and things that his mother did. Being a mother myself, watching that was hard, sad, hard to watch. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. It's very sad. I would advise that if you're someone who gets emotional, you know, I advise you either not to watch it, or, you know, just to be prepared to you know, for what you're about to watch. Sorry, I feel like I'm stumbling with my words now. Just be prepared for what you're about to watch with that show, because it's just so upsetting. Right, guys, that's my list for you guys of the shows that I think you should definitely watch, that are worth a watch, and that my husband and I, like I said, binge watched, and we were hooked onto these shows. So yeah, I suggest watching these shows. Please leave a comment below to let me know what you thought about these shows and your opinion on the shows, and how you felt after watching these shows. Like for example, some of the documentaries that I've suggested, let me know how you felt after watching these. And definitely, please, guys, if you watch that Abducted in Plain Sight, I would really like to know what you guys thought. Like, that is probably the main one out of all of them that I would like to know what you guys thought about that show. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope you guys found my information useful, and you go and check out these shows and then let me know what you think, because I absolutely love the shows and I hope you guys do too. I will be posting another video again soon, hopefully next week, guys. Like I said, I'm going to try and be as consistent as I can and put up a video every week. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be alerted every time I post a new video. Just a quick message before I end this video, guys. I hope you guys are all keeping safe. I know it's a hard time during this quarantine, but I genuinely hope you are keeping safe, and prayers and love out to you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.